Hi everyone, hi Mom. Okay, before I show you the completed journal, yeah, you saw a little peek there, haha. I wanted to just show you the journals that I still have available for sale. So I'm including the shipping in these for Canada and the US. If there is someone who wants to buy them from the UK, I'd have to figure out the shipping costs for that. But this is what they'll ship. PayPal only, $95 Canadian, so whatever that works out to in American funds. Okay, so it's this one here, which is the Butterfly and Flower Journal. The link will be in the description box below, so if you want to look, I've done flip-throughs of all of these journals, so if you want to look at them again, then they'll be in the box below. So there's that one. This one is the vintage style manila envelope. It's done with Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And this is also Ephemera's Vintage Garden. These are all the same price. So like I said, the description will be in the box below, or the link to the description. This one's Feathered Friends, Karen's kit, which is absolutely stunning. And then this is the Gypsy style journal that I have for sale. Okay, so those are the ones that are available. This one here is also for sale. This one's more money because these are papers I've designed myself. And it's a, what is it? 5 3/4 by 8, little more than 8 and a quarter in size. It does have the double signature, and I'm loving this spine, so I think this is probably going to be my signature spine. 2 signatures for me is enough. I bore easily, you guys, so I can only manage 2. Anyways, these eventually, yes, I'm going to get this a million times, so I might as well just tell you now. Eventually, yes, my kits will be for sale. Not kits so much as paper packs. I've designed 10 sheets for this book, and then I've designed the front and back cover. Now this isn't the back cover. This was something I had misprinted and didn't want to waste, so I used it on the back. But the back cover comes with like a pretty floral. Maybe I have it here. Let me just quickly check. I have been printing all of my stuff out. Yeah, I do have it. So this is actually what the back cover is like. And I made them all 6 by 8, I believe. Yeah. So, you know, if you want to make them smaller, obviously you can cut them down. But, you know, I like doing this size journal myself. So that's what size I created them in. Anyways, they will be available. I'm just waiting to get a blog together, and then I'll have a direct pay button on the blog, and then, you know, I'll have the opportunity of doing what I'm doing right now, rambling, blah, 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 and you can choose to shut me off or not, right? So anyway, so this is the book. Done some frontage. Now, I get that question a ton, so here it is. This is what I use, the chunky gold. And some people wanted me to demonstrate it. I have done a demo on this a couple of times. So you just have to search through my videos. One is, I think it's doing the butterfly. I did one with the dragonfly and one with the butterfly, and I used the frontage, and I show you how to use it. I used the Butterbee scrap, metal pieces, and the hitch post, which is my favorite closure, and a hairband. That's it, okay? Oh, I did stitch. I don't know, can you see that? Yeah. So I stitched front and back and the inside. It is 2 thicknesses of the craft text, but look at how bendy it is. I love this book. It feels awesome. I don't know why it feels fantastic, but it does. So I used a lace pocket in the front, and then I made a little booklet here. This is the Tim Holtz doily stamp. And then I had these from the dollar store. I just sprayed the backs because they were white, but they're cute little recipe doohickeys. And yeah, I just wanted to use them up and create something fun. This paper on the inside is this. So I got this at Joann's, you guys, in this ginormous roll. And I like the feel of it. It has a different texture to it. And I sprayed it with my walnut ink that I've watered down a lot. So I wanted to get that vintage feel, and that's how it came out. You can see it in the back better. Isn't that cool? And it feels really, really neat. So anyway, I'm happy with the way that turned out. So page 1 of, this is the Floral, by the way. This is Vintage Floral is what I'm calling this one. So I did a bunch of, you know, fold outs, and then this was an off print. It didn't print out properly. Well, it did actually, but I changed it a little bit, and I didn't want to waste the paper, so am I showing you that upside down? No, I'm not. And then I had already printed both sides, so I just turned it into a booklet. This doily, I tea stained it, and then I used my damask stamp all over in this one, the Rangers. And then I used a little bit of the frontage. Now this one is a mix, so it does have the chunky gold, but it also has embossing powder in it as well. So you get sort of a two-toned effect. There's a bit of cream and mocha kind of color in it. And then the paper was tea stained using one of those cookie sheets that have the holes in the bottom. And it's like when you do fish sticks and stuff like that. You use that and then you get a nice crispy fish stick. I did not know that until I went shopping, so there you go. One of my new stamps, and I forget who that's from. Blue Fern? It might be Blue Fern. Page 2. And then again, this was a, you know, an offcut, so I used it as a corner pocket. These are from Denise's store, Etsy store, and it's Tattered Dreams. Yeah, right? It'll be in the box below, but I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. And her YouTube channel is Practice Makes Pretty. She makes beautiful, beautiful, beautiful journals, you guys, so, you know, it'd be nice if you went over and showed some love. Tea stained some graph paper, and again this little, and you guys told me what that was. Glassine bag. There you go. Thanks for the help, by the way. That was driving me absolutely insane. I couldn't remember the name of that. And again, this was the leftover piece of that roll of paper, and I just cut it up so that it's a nice little cute little journal spot. And I wanted to cover up the holes on this piece that I had glued down. And then I did a little bird with some Midas Gold, I believe, Lindy's embossing powder. So you can see I did change the page a little. I added these burnt edges, and I really loved the look, so I, yeah, printed it again. And this is some lovely tracing paper. I said it right. And then I used a lot of washi this time, which I loved the colors in this one and the fact that the background is sort of a damask. New stamp. I think that's a graphic 45. I think. I could be wrong. This one here is a, oh, I don't know. If you really want to know, just ask and I'll look it up for you. And another flip. This one I added a little keyhole thingy. And then I used some index cards that I had lightly tea stained and stamped. This is also from Denise's store, which I sprayed up with that spray. I wish you could feel that. It feels, I don't know what that ink does, but it does make things feel soft somehow. I don't know. Bad description probably, but there it is. These were from Michael's, the $1.50 spot. I sprayed them. Now the outside, if you guys have these, you know, it's sort of a smooth, shiny surface. So one, if you heat it, be careful because it will bubble. Two, if you ink it, it'll wipe off. Even using the dye ink. It will stick a little, so then what I do is I lightly heat it with a heat gun, and then I take a paper towel and rub it. But I discovered if I sand it, then I would get a darker color. So I sanded it, and then I inked it up with my dye ink. This dye ink is a little bit translucent. It's not quite as dark as, like, say, the archival. Like when you stamp that, it's really dark. But when you stamp this, you get a dark color, but it's not as vivid, if that makes any sense at all. Anyway, it's a cute little card and another great journaling spot. So the bags are also from Denise's store, and there's another one of her gorgeous, I love her tags. I mean, they're gorgeous. I just added a little bit of trim to it. I cut this out using my French Pastry by Cheery Lynn die, and this was a piece of leftover paper from my kit, and then I just lightly went over it with some embossing ink, and then used the Midas Gold again, Lindy's tea stained flower, and then on this side I glued it right flat. I didn't want two tucks. This time I just stamped, but there's a mix of stamps, mostly in the vintage, well, pretty much all the vintage. I like the back of this page. And then this also is from her store, these big square doilies. So I went real chunky with the gold, but I had sprayed it up first with that walnut ink. I used that a lot this time. I quite like the look of it. Another little butterfly. I did spray this as well. It's not quite as gray. It looks a little bit more brown. I just got this from the dollar store. And then I created some envelopes. Now this is a Can Company, so it is double-sided, which was great. And then this was a gift from someone, and I thought I'd just add it in there as an extra journaling spot. Some trim so that I could just tuck the envelope closed. This one turned out great. I like how dark that went. There's the back of the doily. Okay, so the library pocket's also from Denise's. I sprayed it up, added some washi, and this is it'll come to me. I can't remember the name of the die. Memory box, sorry, memory box die. And they come, her pockets come with the library card, and it's not a flimsy piece of paper, it's actually quite thick, and I like that. And then the time cards, I really love these. The other side of the bag, which I cut open, and I added a little Tim Holtz paper clip. There's a little, what's in here? Oh, yeah, I sprayed up another one of these little, I guess they're recipe card things. And then these are also from Denise's store, and I remember that library card. I'm sure that there's a few of you out there who remember going in and flipping through these at the library, and yeah, that was fun. Before computers. So I just added this as a, oopsies, as a, you know, so just so it wouldn't fall out easy. Hope I've got you all on camera. There's the other side. This is from that same collection that I can't remember. And then I took an index card and I cut the corners and added some stamping, added some, this is from another gift that I put some gesso on. And actually, I still want to do this, but here, let me do it and I'll show you what I did. I took this, and I usually take a paper towel just so that the overspray kind of sits on the towel. I'll move the book. And then I found that if I just lightly misted that, it changed the color of the gesso darker, and I liked that. Instead of, even though I did color the gesso, it's still a little bit light, so I darkened it with the spray and it worked fantastic. So I'll add that to the book in after it's dry. Anyway, that's what I did. And then this is a corner flip where I've added my stamp. The dies are a gift from Alicia. She sent me these beautiful stars, which I love. Oops. And this is also from Denise's store. I love the color, so I didn't want to change it. Another little booklet. So I tried not to throw anything out except for, you know, little pieces, but mostly I used everything up that I had as scraps or misprints or whatever. Yeah, there's another doily. Well, that's backside. Oh, we're still in signature one, sorry. Go a little faster. Okay. Dress form. Okay, this was an offcut that I turned into a flip. And then this, I actually adhered it to the back of this paper. Is gorgeous. And I don't know, it was a scrap in my scrap box. But it's beautiful, so. And there's another one of the little pockets. Now this was a piece that was an offcut. And I didn't want to waste it, so it was too dark, so that's why I didn't want to use it in the book. But it's perfectly good for a little journal spot. And then again, another little piece that was, this is actually from another paper collection that I've done, but it was left over. And then I added one of these cute little tags that I sprayed up from Denise's store. I think they're adorable. Again, another index card. Another one of these. So see, it's much lighter. This was the page that I just showed you. And some stamps. Love these set of stamps. Another tracing. And there's another card. And then this one is a flip that I added a little butterfly to. Some of them I glued right down, some I left as a little pocket. There's plenty of little tucks and tags, and there's lots of ephemera in this book. And lots of pages. Like I said, I did 10 of my printed pages, 10 of these, as well as graph paper, tracing paper. There's plenty. So see, that's the one that I sprayed. So it went quite a bit darker, and I like that a lot. Oh, yeah, that as well. And doilies, and yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in here. And then we've got, and I left this open as a back tuck. And this little punch is from Irene. I absolutely love. Actually, the butterfly. I think that's the one. Yep. Nope. Nope. That's the one I bought. Irene bought me this one, which I've used a ton. And then, you know, just added some little trim here and there. Again, another one of those little tickets. Now, this was ephemera somebody gave me. Isn't that adorable? And so I just backed it with a piece of my leftover paper and added a little lace top. So it's a cute little bookmark. You know, if you're working on a spot, you can just add it there. There you go. You got a book spot right at the top. I just thought it was cute. And this piece here was one of these that somebody had gifted to me, and I cut them out, but I had one left, so I just added it here as a little extra piece. I love the back of that one. And another one of these little pieces of paper. I cut this flower out of book paper a while ago and sprayed it with some orange lindy. I don't know, it's so long ago I don't remember what I used. And it's a flip. And here's another one of those library cards. And another flip. And then another one of these. And this is Oh yeah, this was ephemera too. It's a map. Thought it was kind of cool. And I sprayed and stamped it. Thought it was pretty. And then a leftover piece of my paper that I just used as a flip. Oops, did I skip? Might have skipped a page. Okay, come here, you. What's going on here? Oh no, what a dummy. Okay, no, I actually stuck it to that page. And that's the back of that one. There's the other doily. I love the way this turned out. Looks very vintage to me. And that's the back. So I didn't put anything in the back. I left that because it has the pocket in the front. I didn't think it needed two. And then it's a simple close, but it, you know, holds it. It's chunky. It's a chunky monkey, but very writable. So this one, it'll be in the description box below as well. And like I said, I'm calling this Vintage Floral. So if anybody's interested, just I'll leave my email in the box as well. That's how you contact me. And like I said before, PayPal only. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. I did. And I hope I have a book for you next weekend too. Thanks for watching. Bye.